I'm putting on some headphones, folks. Here to my side, under this camera, the Canon M50 is the Kemper. The Kemper Profiler, Kemper Player. So special language has been released that this will now, very, very soon, as soon as I upgrade this thing to probably level 3 or whatever else I need to do, this will now be a profiler, and it will play all my previous Kemper profiles that I've created using all kinds of gear and profiling things and whatever else. So let's go ahead and unbox this, and then we're going to quickly just plug it in. I have zero idea how to use this thing out of the box, so we'll just see how easy it is. I will have my channel turned on this time, unlike the last live stream where I played for like 30 minutes and nobody told me that they couldn't hear my guitar. So it is what it is. So here we go. What am I going to use? I'm going to use this box right here. This box. Let's go to the full cam. Here we are. See what we got. What do we have? All right. Tape. I had sold my Kemper stage like a few months ago. Not too long ago, but probably a few months ago. And I was really holding off on the Kemper player because I just, it didn't have a touch, it didn't have a screen. You have to edit it with either online editor or I'm having issues with this tape. Or you can use your phone to edit it, which is kind of neat. But there we are, guys. That is the Kemper Profiler. And yeah, so it didn't really excite me all that much, not having a screen to actually see what I'm doing. But once you get your 5, performances set up, you can quickly toggle between different things and get it all figured out. So, let's see, make sure I don't wow, this is a dull knife. I don't know what's going on with this knife. I'm going to turn this sideways here. Let me do it this way. I'm going to cut along the back. There we go. Get that open here. So let me know in the chat or comments if you have a Kemper. This is like little feedy rubber things. Here's a cool sticker, which I like stickers. And then we have just some Kemper paper. I'll throw that right there. And then we have the Profiler player. So you can kind of see the hookup diagram. So we do have an XLR out. Is there a headphone? There's a headphone out on this thing. That's cool. I kind of wish, here's the back of it. I really do wish this had a send and return option so I could use it as a 4-cable method or use it as, put other effects inside of this in the chain. That would be off the chain. That'd be really cool. But it doesn't. So it just has the XLR out and it has a 2 1/4-inch outs, like a stereo out. And this requires, it's a 9-volt, but it requires 2.5 amps. So it's a 9-volt, 2.5 amps. So it's a lot. It's a lot of ampage It's very similar to the ampage you would see on a HX Stomp, I think. These are European plugs, which I don't need. But I'll keep them around just in case I go to Europe and, you know, need to use them or something. I'll throw that over there. All right, let's get this down. What do we got here? We got screws on the bottom that you would need to add some feeties right here. Otherwise, you're going to scratch up your table. Don't want to do that. We don't want to scratch up a table. If you're watching, let me know your name, where you're from, and if you have a Kemper. If you do have a Kemper, I already have tons of profiles on my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com. Yeah. And let's see. And they do sound really good. So it'll be fun to plug those into here. And now the Kemper is getting warmed up. All right. I want to go probably this cable. I will go left output. And we'll grab a guitar. Gonna grab a guitar. Yeah. We'll plug this side in. If I hold down the tuner, I should be in tuner mode. So I got that one figured out so far. Let me grab a guitar. And just for fun, we are going to play... We're going to play the Kiesel A2 in purple with trans black edges and a nice fun red inlays. So this guitar is on sale at reverb.com. If you are interested, I like the guitar. I really do. It's kind of a rock machine, if you ask me. But I mean, I don't absolutely need it. And if it makes it to a better home, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for now. Okay, there we are. Make myself a little bit bigger. Like so. Oh, we're going to tune. Okay. So it looks like... I mean, you have 0 things going left or right, then you're in tune, so that's good. A little sharp. Maybe a little flat. A little flat. Now, if you are on C sharp or some other note than, you know, your standard tuning, then how would you know what it is? I'm not really sure. All right, cool. I'm going to mute my mics just so you can hear the, let's see what happens if I... Okay, so this is my overall master volume. I do have a rig volume you can adjust right here, which is kind of neat. I'll keep that more in the middle. We have a treble, middle, and a bass. We have your overall gain. We have an effects 2, or effects 1, effects 2, a Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. Then we have a Kemper cone type thing going on. And then, let's see. Okay, I just swapped banks. I'm not really sure what that means. Okay, it looks like maybe there's like four banks you can go between. So it's going to be interesting to figure this out, but... I'll move this down. Kind of see it a little bit better. A little bit better here. Whoa. That's cool. Yeah, let's do something like that. Okay. All right, turning off my mic. Okay, so it looks like these are turning on whatever is on effects 1 and 2. So it's probably like a drive and a delay. Okay, that sounds good so far. Let's see, if I hit the 3 button, that's going to take me over to the next rig. And then if I hit the 1, it's going to take me to the previous rig. So if I just kind of memorize what 1 through 5 are, I can, easily go between them, which is kind of neat. Okay. Here's number 3. Number 4. Hello. Okay, number 5. Francis, what's up, man? Yeah. So when I saw the announcement of the new MKII Kempers, that the player was MK2 ready, I was like, well, this might be a really good time for me to dive back into Kemper and just play around with stuff and, utilize all my old profiles that I currently have. And yeah, I have a new MIDI controller as well that I will be learning how to use that device to control other small units like the Boss GT1000 Core, the HX Effects, the HX Stomp, the Kemper player. I can use it to control the Headrush MX5. Let's see, what else? What else do I have? The blue guitar amp 1 back there. So I could put this into the loop of the blue guitar amp 1 and have some really awesome reverbs and delays and whatnot. And that would be cool. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I am going to... How do you bank? Okay. So hitting 2 and 3 banks you up or down. So hitting 2 and 3 goes to the next bank. 1 and 2 goes to the previous bank. Okay, so that's pretty neat. Now I'm on number 1 on the yellow bank. Going over. Okay, number 3. Number 4. Okay, number 5. Okay, go over to the next bank, which is red. Yeah, so this is neat. So all right, next one. Okay, number 3. Number 4. That one has a lot of chunk to it. Here's number 5. A lot of chunk. Let's go to bank green. Okay, let's go to number 2. Alright, so if I go to 1, let's just say this is a bank I want to kind of set up for, typical studio / live use. So 1 can be a clean. Okay, not too bad. Go to number 2. Maybe go to rig volume, bring this up a little bit. Now I don't know how to save. So if I go back 1, then go up 1. See, I don't know if it's saving my my settings here. Don't know how to save yet, but I'm gonna try not to read the instructions. See if I can figure it out, but I'll do that later. Number 3. Alright, so slightly higher gain. It's more like a crunch. Here's more of a clean. Okay, go to 3. Once again, I would probably want to bring up the volume, maybe bring down the bass. The traveling Allen trip. If you definitely missed the whole fiasco late last year when the Kemper player came out. They released the unit as is, but then they charged for upgrades like level 1, level 2, and level 3 upgrades. So essentially, if you bought all the upgrades, basically 2 and 3. Because this is level 1 here. If you bought level 2 and 3, it got you all the features of the stage unit. Just obviously it doesn't have as many switches and knobs and stuff. And then you're kind of forced to edit with some kind of phone app and use a separate MIDI controller to control different things on the unit. Especially since there's not a screen anywhere for you to actually see what's happening. So yeah, this is the Kemper player. Essentially the Kemper player. But now, with the new firmware that just came out, you can actually profile stuff on this unit, which you couldn't do before. But apparently it was already kind of baked in that you could. They just didn't unlock it yet. But now this thing is fully unlocked and you can profile. You can, obviously play your own profiles or ones that you've downloaded from the internet or from the rig manager. And it's just a cool little unit. So All right, here's number 4. Okay, it's more of like a mezza boogie type thing. Yeah, so what I would be interested in is using the little MIDI controller I have and being able to go directly to a certain rig within the performance instead of cycling up and down between 1 through 5. And then just dialing in like, okay, if I'm on clean, I can now also turn on a tremolo, right? Or I can morph into like a big washy sounding reverb or something like that. So the MK2 are new devices, but they look very much like the MK1 versions. And there's also a firmware update for those MK2 versions. So I'm not quite sure if all the extra blocks, because now you can have 20 blocks at one time, but 7 of those blocks are pre-amp or pre-amplifier blocks, and then 2 of them show up later. And then so you got, am I doing the math right? I'm not doing the math right. Anyway, so there's 8 blocks and then there's additional however many, and that gets you 12. Well, I know what it is. It's a 7 and 9, and then there's 8, and then you got the 2, and then you got the amp and the cab, and that equals out to be 20, whatever it is. So I'm not mathing right now. But I encourage you to go to the Kemper website and just read all about it, and it will give you all the information that you need to know. Okay. 2 and 3 will bank up. Let's see what the purple bank sounds like. Okay, going over. Okay, going over. Another one. Okay, so just different levels of dirt and whatnot. I do like that though. Like I could assign effects 1 and 2 to be whatever. And then, so whatever rig I'm on, I can have that be, clean, crunch, or lead. Then I can hit the middle switch to kick in certain things. And then on the separate MIDI controller, I can have different blocks turned off and on. And those actually have scribble strips, so I can see like exactly what's being done. So all that is an option. Here's bank. Okay, so this is weird. Check this out. So the purple is all on the right. If I bank one more time, now I have certain banks on the left side or on the right side. And I have dropped my pick. Let's check these out. Okay. Obviously I want to raise the volume of this. How do you? All right, I'm gonna read this manual real fast. I need to know how to save. How do I save? So the foot switches are a previous rig, effects button 1, or effects button, and then next rig, input LED, effects 1 and 2. These effects controls can be assigned per rig. LED color, okay. Bank button, step through the rig banks. Each button has dedicated color. Wait, what's going on there? Bank button. Bank button is number 2. Oh, I see what that is. Rig buttons 1 through 5. Tap repeatedly to trigger tap tempo. Hold to activate. Okay. Gain and EQ knobs, master volume, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So this is what I'm looking at here. Kind of see that. Not really. It's kind of washed out. It's kind of washed out. Let me unwash it. Let me unwash it a little bit. So it's giving descriptions of what these are. But I want to know how to save. Warning, warning, warning. First of all, thank you for choosing the Kemper Profiler Player. It will allow you to play any profile created on a high-end profiler model, effects included. The flexible outputs allow you to listen through monitor, speakers, or headphones while simultaneously feeding a mixing desk and recording software. The player hardware offers knobs and buttons for the most prominent functions like adjusting gain, EQ, deep editing, a computer or smartphone running Rig Manager can be connected via USB cable, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth. Okay, it's not telling how to save directly on the unit itself. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll figure it out later. Okay, cool. Alright, continuing on. I bet you if you just hold down the rig volume, that's what saves it. Let's bring the rig volume down a lot. And then hold. And then you saw that kind of thing. Let's go back. Go forward. No, I didn't save it, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay, go up another bank. So we're still on the right side here, but now we're on the yellow. Okay, that's cool. More high gain. High gain. High gain. All right. Obviously, there's a lot of gain going on here. Copyright strike. Here we go. There's a lot of gain going on there, so I'm going to turn down the gain. Okay. Okay. Just lots of variations on different gain sounds. Okay, there's a good clean sound. So I think the key to using the Kemper is, or really any modeler, is just figuring out a good clean crunch and lead kind of foundational sound, and then just build on that by adding an overdrive, adding a delay, adding a reverb, just stuff like that. So well, that could be easily just a good like Fender clean or Fender twin type clean tone. Like for instance, I have a different guitar player playing tomorrow at church. So I'll probably just bring this and say, okay, this is your clean sound. And that's all you're going to do, because she really doesn't change sounds at all during a set. So this should just be the one thing she'll use. And that'll work. It's like an acoustic simulator. That one, go back here. She could use this one. I would want to go in and adjust a little reverb and stuff. Okay, really low gain. It's got a flange on it, so that one's pretty good. Uh-oh, Andrew Collins says, press and hold the store button to save. Well, that would make too much sense. Store. I don't see the store button anywhere. Rig button, bank button, LED tuner, rig volume. Dial while pushing this volume to control Bluetooth volume as well as your volume. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Gain, master volume, Bluetooth. Press to load one of the 5 rigs of the current bank. Hold to initiate store. All right, so whatever. All right, so Andrew. So you got to press and hold the rig button to store what you're doing. That's what it is. So if I wanted to lower the rig volume, I would just hold that. And now it, I guess it saves it. Versus bring it back up. Then press and hold. And then wait for that little ditty to do. And then, all right, so now we're good. Okay. Ooh. I really want some. I want some reverb on this thing. No, there's nothing on effects 2 on that one. Yeah, I liking this clean sound. Cool. All right, so for instance, that the gain needs to come down and the volume needs to come up. Now press and hold number 5. Press it again. The green thing happens, and now it's saved. There we go. And now we're back to the left side of the banks, and we are on rig number 1. Okay. All right, so there's my clean with tremolo, which I love. I would like to adjust this, but my phone is at the house, and I could hook this up to a computer, but I'm not going to right now. So. So just know that blue on the rig 3 is a nice clean with reverb. Then you can kick in a tremolo. All right, cool. Let's check more of the comments. What's up, Dwight? I am having a good weekend. I went and saw the Indiana Fever play up in Indianapolis. We just got back today. And Brian Brown says, I finally caught a live. Well, you are totally random because I'm totally random tonight. I didn't plan on going live, but I got the Kemper player profiler on Friday just as we were leaving. So now it's the next day, and I wanted to just do a quick unboxing, play through all the different presets, and just kind of get a feel for what this thing can do. So a lot more powerful stuff once I either plug it in and use the editor, or I can obviously use a phone or something. So in the next video, live or pre-made, I'll use a phone app to control everything on here, and that should be fun. So not quite sure if I'm going to upgrade to the level 2 or 3 just yet. I just want to play around with it and see how I like it before I spend any more money, because there's always a chance I could send it back. But this is definitely a long-term goal of having multiple small units here in the studio, like the Boss GT1000 Core, the HX Stomp, the Kemper Player, the Headrush MX5, which I still have. And it works just as fine as the Flex Prime by Headrush. And I still have the Towmaster Pro over here, and I have the full size Helix, and that's about it. I do have the big GT1000 down here at my feet, but I gotta send that back because it's not something I'm gonna keep. And all right, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very cool. So let me know what you think in the comments below after this stream. And if you are interested in any of my Kemper profiles I've already made or will ever make, then check those out at the link in the description as well. I'll make sure to send a link to my website. And there's tons of great Kemper profiles in there if you want to check them out. And I'm pretty sure it's just a one-time $20 fee. So one-time $20 gives me a little bit of support. I don't do Patreon. I don't do, hey, join my channel or anything like that. If you wanna help support me, then buy products from my website and or use my affiliate links to purchase things online, like at Sweetwater, Amazon, or Zounds.com. So hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. I will be back very soon with another video. And until next time, I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.